Hey everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to show you some of my favorite stretches for your shoulders, upper back body, and neck. A lot of my dance students have asked me about these a lot because we tend to generate a lot of tension, especially in bachata sensual and zouk, doing head movement. And especially some of these areas in between the shoulder blades can be really tricky to stretch. But if you're not a dancer, I think these are also really great for anyone who works at a desk, at a computer, or especially right now if you're working from home and maybe don't have the ability to sit in the best posture while you're working. So let's come to a comfy seated position. You do not need a yoga mat. You can sit on the floor, anywhere that's comfortable. But if this is uncomfortable in your ankles, I encourage you to use a rolled up blanket or a pillow and just stick that under your hips. Elevate the hips a little bit so that's more comfortable for your legs. If you can't sit on the floor and you want to modify from a chair, then by all means, because these are for everybody. So first, especially in the morning, I like to just start with a little bit of self-massage. So using your fingertips, we're gonna just feel the muscle on top of the shoulder and just try to move it out of the way a little bit. Feel if there's any tension there and feel where it might be sore. Move to if you can reach to behind the shoulder blades. I always get tension in between the shoulder blades there, so it's good to feel that there. You can start to feel where it feels sore, and then also up in the neck, just kind of smooth it out, just gently. Make sure you're pushing the muscle. Feel the difference between the muscle and the bone. You don't want to push on the bone or the spine. And let's switch to the other side. Same thing. I don't know how to say this, not make it sound funny, but self-massage is definitely underrated. Sometimes if you feel a little bit of tension, you can help it out by just massaging it yourself, even though obviously getting a massage is always better, preferable. So let's smooth that out there. Push the muscle out towards the edge, and then up and down the neck. Sometimes you can discover maybe a knot that you didn't know was there. We can switch to the neck here. Just gently circles with the fingertips, up and down. It should feel really nice. If anything hurts, always listen to your body. You should feel some resistance, maybe soreness, but it shouldn't hurt. So if your body's telling you to stop, you probably should. Okay, so from there, we're just gonna shrug the shoulders all the way up and then roll them back. So just bring your hands to your thighs here and up and back. Breathe in and roll it back. Breathe in and roll the shoulders back. Again, in and up and back. And reversing. Shrug it in and forward and up and forward, up and forward. If you're anything like me, your shoulders might be making crackling noises right now, and that's okay. One more, and here, and wiggle it out. From here, we're gonna press this hand. Now this one, again, if you're not in a seated position, you can easily do this from a chair. So we're gonna press this hand, and then shoulders are down and back. So make sure your shoulders aren't forward, roll them down and back. And then we're just gonna tilt the neck to the right. Breathing deeply, don't forget to breathe. When you exhale, try to lengthen a little bit more. You can slowly move the head forward and back and see where the soreness is there. So you'll probably feel it more. I feel it more to the back, and just try to lengthen there. And bring it back to center. And let's roll our shoulders again. And on the other side. So push on the other side and extend. Remember to breathe. And bringing the head forward and a little bit back. Let's feel where any tension is. Okay, and shake it out. So from here, we're going to bring the chin to the chest and contract here. So a nice stretch in your upper back body and the back of the neck. And up, so you can see from the side, right here, and contract from here, from the stomach, and chin to chest. Again, you can grab the knees and kind of roll side to side, waking up the upper back body. It should feel good in between the shoulder blades. Oh yeah. Okay. So from here, this time, we're gonna say upright. So no contraction this time, just up. And bring the chin to the chest. Should feel a nice stretch just in the back of your neck this time. You can gently interlace the fingers and put them on the back of the head, but don't push, just use the slight weight of your hands. Be very careful on the neck. It's important, we need it. Breathing in and out. One more time, in and out. Okay, from here, I'm just gonna walk the hands forward and contract. So again, rounding through the spine and reaching forward. Should feel that in the upper back body. And let's walk the hands over to one side. If you can't get this far, that's fine. Just try to keep your hips on the ground. So you're here, just gently rounding over, and you should feel this more in this side. Okay, and walking forward again, and to the other side. If you are more flexible, just make sure, or either way, just make sure this hip isn't coming up, because it's going to keep us from getting our stretch. And back to center, one more breath here, and in, and release, and come up. Okay, now one of my all-time favorites, it's a little bit weird looking, but it's one of the best. I'm just going to extend the legs here, round through the back again, similar to what we did in our seated position, and just round forward here. You can grab the feet and kind of pull back, pushing back through your spine, or just relax forward, whatever feels better. Listen to your body here. Where do you feel the stretch? Where do you feel tight? Try to breathe into that. So feel the tightness, and then when you breathe, send the air to that muscle that is tight. And when you breathe out, you exhale, then try to relax a little bit further. So breathe in and out. Breathe in. Try to relax the tension, the muscles that are maybe protecting here, and breathe out. One more. In and out. Okay, from here, we're just going to swing the legs around to the back and come to all fours. So here, all fours, and then widen your knees. If you have a yoga mat, about as wide as the mat. If not, just widen your knees a little bit wider than you would be in all fours. And here, we're going to send the hips back for child's pose. So here, we're reaching forward, extended child's pose, stretch it forward, breathe in, and out. Okay, so here, we're going to do some zombie arms, and this will give you an extra stretch in your shoulders. So head down, extend a nice long neck. And continue to breathe and let your hips grow heavy here and draw your weight back. So you're feeling a pulling from both sides. And one more breath in and out. Now we're gonna walk it over to one side. So keep reaching out and let your hips be heavy. So this hip back here, the one you can't see, is pulling me back and my hands reaching forward. So a nice stretch through the side body as well as the shoulder and the upper back. Breathing in and out. One more in and out. I lied, one more in and out. And let's walk it over to the other side. This time this hip is going to grow really heavy and pull us back as we reach forward. In and out. Breathe it in. Now breathe out and let your hip grow heavy and pull you back a little farther. And in and out. Now let's walk it forward again. And we're going to come back up to here, to all fours, but leave your knees wide. So here, I'm going to take the back hand and thread it through here. Bend the front arm. We're going to come to the ear to the mat. So here, I'm pushing through this arm. You can walk this arm out a little bit if that's more comfortable. Pushing through and pulling back through the back body. You should feel it behind your shoulder blade. It should feel really nice. You can push with this arm. And let's stay here for 3 breaths. And release. Come back through center. Now this time we're going to thread this arm through the other side. So underneath the other arm, shoulder to the floor, and walk this arm out slightly and push. So pushing out through the back here. All right, so here we can come back through the center. And finally, one of my last favorites, there's like anything, there's a lot of stretches for each one, but this one is a little more intense. So maybe if you have an injury or if you're really tight at the moment, I wouldn't try it yet. So you can stop there, shake it out, drink some water. Always drink water to release the toxins after massage, after stretching as well. But if you are feeling up for it, one of my favorite for the upper back body is plow pose. Having said that, depending on your body and how flexible you are, you might feel it in different areas. So let's go slow, let's go carefully. And in this one, we're gonna roll to our back and bring our feet over. So supporting the back with your hands. So we'll push here and I'm gonna move forward so you can see me and kick the feet over. You can push here and then also support here. So our toes are reaching, our heels are reaching forward. So you might feel that really intensely in your legs. And then also you can rock a little bit forward with your back to feel the stretch there. Stay there for one more breath. And slowly roll up. So that's it for today. Those are my stretches, my go-to stretches when I'm feeling sore in my upper back, which is a lot of the time. As a bachata dancer, also doing HIIT workouts a lot, you can generate a lot of tension up there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. If you have any questions as well, let me know. And everybody have an amazing day.